Yo abusia munua top gossip ene wa ha no na video amene brem full interview na program na Dr. Hassan AYARIGA ene yenua asante hini ewo TikTok no na 30 minutes fully 3 hours, sorry, full 3 hours, but the other aspect I feel say very critical no ene twin ya yedi brɛ no bomodin ase ubenya sopa na wetie ni nyina ewa supem na it is very important say we support Dr. Hassan AYARIGA on his bid to ensure say ebetu niama we ase yenkotie no.
Yeah, I mean it's such a sad thing to think about, but we have Nana Jr., who's also known as Samuel Poku, have a question for you, and he is speaking from Germany. So Nana will ask one question, and then after the question, and then he will go down for words to bring somebody else up.
Nana is in Germany.
Yes, sir.
Brigades there.
Nana, you have to unmute yourself, please.
Nana, wie geht's dir?
Geht's mir gut bei Ihnen?
Bei mir sehr wunderbar. Sonst alles klar?
Alles okay, danke schön.
Danke schön.
Ich freue mich mit dir zu reden. Ne?
Ich auch.
Sehr schön.
I hope you guys are not selling a job.
No, we can't sell our own people.
No. You can't do that.
Yes, madam.
Okay. Thank you so much for giving me such a pleasure, time to talk to the great man. I've just fallen in love with him since last week. Yeah. But, Mr. AYARIGA, it's a pleasure talking with you or to ask you a question. I've been in Ghana in 2023. I was in Ghana, and I was a sympathizer of one of the parties. Okay, but when my return, when I came to Ghana, I saw some things which for my 21 years in Germany, going back to, that was my 8 times, yeah. And the system is the same. When I see the street and things and people suffering here and there, I mean, then I ask myself, what am I doing? These people are also, they've been there for years. There's nothing changing. So when I return back to Germany, my way of doing my TikTok, changed from like neutral, first Ghana first, right? So when you come out to on my platform, you have to talk about Ghana, not anything like verticalis. Good. Fast forward. My question is, please, of all of this you're talking about, is there any solution that the country can find out that these people can be dragged out? I'm not talking about the the whole Nigerians are going out, but we Ghanaians should be policing our society, the areas in which we live around. And then, I don't know, if there's anything that the president or the government can do to help the people of Ghana to police wherever they live. Is there any solution that they can drive out the bad ones, not all the Nigerians, please?
You and I know that in Germany, in every community, there's a police station there.
Yes, sure.
And everybody is a member of the police. When we say Germans are very effective in terms of policing their country, it is not the police that are effective, it is the citizens.
Sure.
You know that when you start fighting your wife in the house in Germany, the noise alone, somebody is going to call the police on you.
There's 2 minutes, there will be a policeman there.
Take 2 minutes. It is not your wife or your daughter or your brother who is going to call the police. No, a neighbor downstairs or upstairs or beside you or passing by will call the police and say there's noise in this place. You believe there's some criminal activity going on. It's the mindset. We need to change our mindset. We need to begin to think differently. The Ghanaian people must begin to think that Ghana first, Ghanaians first, before any other thing. And that collectively, we need to change the way we think. The way we are all what it takes to build our country, Ghana. And that nobody, a German man will not come to Ghana and you see him working, he's building Ghana. He is coming to serve his country, not you. American guy comes to Ghana as an ambassador or whatever. He's not coming to build Ghana. He's coming to serve his country as an American. But what do? We are the one destroying our own country. We elect leaders who do not understand governance. We elect leaders who are not ready to build this country. We elect leaders who think about themselves more about thinking about our country. So first thing first, change of mindset. We must begin to think separately, do things separately, collectively. We can build this country called Ghana in less than a year. It's the mindset. Who is ready to drive that kind of mindset and instill that kind of discipline, attitudinal change to the Ghanaian citizen? Is our president or our minister going to be a case study where they will promote, okay, and we will see them do what is right against what is wrong? But that is not the case. The case is totally different. And until we have that kind of mindset, you and I, and educate our people, and they will follow. What is missing in Ghana is not wealth. What is missing in Ghana is leadership. That is what is missing in Ghana. Until we find the right leadership and stop politicizing our kind of leadership of NDC and MPP, NDC and MPP, and look for a different leader. A leader who can lead, not a leader who comes from a huge platform of NDC and MPP. Let's begin to think differently, act differently, behave differently, do things differently. We'll get different results. But when we don't do that, you don't expect us to get different results. We'll still get the same result. Because don't forget, recycling NDC and MPP is the same thing.
Okay.
The only thing is that you're changing the driver, but it's the same bus. It's the same old truck. But the drivers have been changed. Can we buy a new truck? And get a new
Robert. Dr. Robert. It's your turn. Unmute yourself and ask your question.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you very much. Surely I've just changed my name to Igbo, but my name is Saiford, and I've been following Dr. Nasante this year. I love the way you are projecting this case, and lo and behold, I've been talking about this case several times on several platforms. I'm in UK now. You know, the way Ghana we are addressing our immigration system is very poor. How can we open our eastern border because of the diplomacy? We allow people to come in without proper documents. These people,
Doctor, you have 1 minute to ask your question. So it's better you ask your question than
I want to break the point.
Run your commentary.
I want to do the point and then
ask your question.
Okay.
Allow him. Please allow him. Allow him.
No, it's a reminder so that when he's taking,
Yeah. Okay. Doctor, this is what please have the mechanisms in place for the gracious and the customs.
You have to position
Flags.
very well.
Dr. Robert, there are some hedges in your hedges.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Me now?
Hello, doctor.
Yeah. So I'll ask
No, I think
the influx of Nigerians are from the east. What are we doing to put to this outcome? Because coming every day and every night because of.
I think his question was, what are we doing to put an end to this mass immigration, flopping into our country, and because every day we have that issue with it.
It's very simple.
Yeah,
it's very simple.
Let's do it one by one, please, because
I don't know who. Yeah,
it's very simple.
So I'm gonna drop him.
Yeah.
So should I answer his question or we should move
Yes.
on? And then to the next question? Okay, it's very simple. You see, when you don't have data of your people, then you definitely not have data of people coming into your country. They can troop in the way they want and troop out the way they want because you don't have also data. This world is driven by data. Until date, what we have done is called Ghana card, fooling ourselves, lying to ourselves that Ghana card is data. Ghana card is just a mere card that we have decided to build to create just to be able to vote. It doesn't give us the statistics we are looking for, because our borders are weak. Our borders have no data information at every corner to be able to know those who come in and those who go out. The number of people we have in the country, we don't have a data. So until we build what is called a national data system that will capture every information of every Ghanaian living in Ghana and living outside, that includes your fingerprint, your facial recognition, your properties, whatever properties you have, the data will capture. The number of children you have, the data will capture. The number of companies you have, the data will capture. The number of workers you have, all these data will capture every single thing about you. The day you were born to the last day you live, the data has every information. When we have this unique information of every Ghanaian, then anybody who comes into Ghana, that data collection will be able to reveal. So you know who comes in and who goes out. So Nigerians cannot just troop in, because at the immigration, at the borders, they are able to be, they will be controlled. It's done all over the world. Why is it that even though we are supposed to be copying, even we are not creating, let me make this clear. We are not creative people. We are supposed to copy other countries to do the right thing. We don't know how to copy. Even copying, we are failed. In copying alone, we are failed as a country. We can't copy America in terms of data system. We can't copy Japan in terms of collection of data. We can't copy Germany in terms of accuracy. We can't copy any country. Everything we don't know even how to copy. How can we create? So that has been a problem. We are not serious. We are not working. Ghanaian leadership are not working. They think about themselves more about what they do. Look, go to the ministries and see the old buildings that we are still using as a ministry. They go there, there are no computers, they are using paper. They don't know what they are doing. Even those who are even working in the ministry are computer illiterate. They don't know anything about computer.
Okay. Vroom?
How are we then going to...
Vrooms, go ahead and ask your question, because...
I think...
Hello and good morning, Honorable Dr. HASSAN AYARIGA.
Yeah, doctor's phone is jammed, so... Well, but still, you can go ahead and ask your question. Maybe...
Am I clear to all of you, please?
Yes, where you are clear, we can hear you.
Wonderful. So, my question to Honorable is simple. What is the value of the Ghanaian? Does the Constitution of Ghana define what the value of the Ghanaian is? My question number 2 is, with all of these reports we have heard about the AZs of Nigeria in other countries, there have been reports where they have been found to be culpable of money laundering and crimes that spans globally. And they use just about the same pattern that this AZ in Ghana is using by getting connected to power, authorities, securities, and all that to run their grand scheme of crimes. Has Ghana conducted any investigation into his source of revenue? I am very concerned that he's been in Ghana and poses as one of the authorities in Ghana, that we have a Nigerian High Commissioner who is constitutionally appointed to have bilateral relationship going on between Ghana and Nigeria. How come he poses as almost the same authority and Ghana is not concerned about it? I am concerned about what letter the Ministry of Foreign Affairs has issued to the Nigerian High Commission on how they expect Nigerians to conduct themselves, especially at the instance of this AZ in Ghana. So my first question, Honorable, is that what is the value of the Ghanaian? Does our constitution, Ghana constitution, define what the value of the Ghanaian is, to which politicians and those at the helm of affairs would be guided to in how they conduct and develop their agenda to realize this value as a Ghanaian?
Okay. So like I was saying, let me just continue and then answer his question. If you overstay in Turkey, one day, you'll be banned from coming to Turkey. no matter who you are. If you overstay in the US, you will be banned from coming to the US. These are countries that have put values to themselves, and they abide by those regulations and laws. So if you come to that country, you have to also abide by the values and the regulation of this country. This is the value Ghanaians we don't have. I'm not answering your question. This value we don't have. We have no systems. We have no data. We are a haphazard economy. Let me put it this way, a bamboo economy. That we don't know what we are supposed to be doing, what we are doing. So we allow people like Izzy, who comes to Ghana and says that his revenue is that he sells mother care. Mother care. He sells diapers and pampers. That's what he has. But this is what they do. They bring one thing to show the world, and underground beneath it, they are into scamming. They are into all sort of businesses they are doing. Now, this man is behaving as if he's the ambassador of Nigeria in Ghana. And Ghanaians are receiving him. How on earth, if we had value, that such a man who has no ties with any kind of kingdom in Nigeria, who was an ex-convict, is able to run to Ghana, repackage himself, and is able to use our presidents to do business. Meeting our president was not because he is an easy, but it's a calculated plan for him to run his businesses. So all the presidents of Ghana, this man has met with them, one by one. Not even the ambassadors. Have we seen pictures with them and our presidents? But go to his page. You will see that he has installed kings and chiefs in all the regions. So if you are not a king, how do you have a sub-chief? How then do you have a sub-chief? So my brother, we have no value in Ghana. We have not defined the value of a Ghanaian and the value of our country. Until that is defined with proper documentations and proper regulations and laws, that nobody can just easily walk into Ghana and walk out of Ghana, and the government not having any records. Today, go to the airport. You walk in and you walk out. Criminals have taken over airport and come with VVIPs. They pass through VVIPs and behave as if they are the king of this country. We need to overhaul our systems. Every system of Ghana needs to be overhauled before we can then know the value of a Ghanaian. So far, we have no value. We have banana economy.
Honorable, I have a little submission. I know there are a lot of people on the line, but this is my little submission as you pursue the presidential dream. I believe Ghana as a country has established a lot of systems, especially when it comes to data. And most of them is managed by NITA, which is the government institution. But we have had eSwitch, which is a major ID platform that also integrates into the banking world. I think as of the time it was introduced, it was one of the world's most high quality ID system. And many countries didn't have such a system. We have National Data Center, now we have National ID. I know the Registrar General has computerized now. There is a lot of computerization at the port and harbors also. And recently we had the airport also digitalized. I am of the opinion as a management consultant that we have various systems but have not integrated them. So if we would probably consider an integrated approach, an integrated strategy of what we currently have, and see how they seamlessly form a formidable system to address our identity system that integrates into doing business, education, health, access to insurance, banking, and all the other areas that helps us, especially with the revenue collection agencies. If we have these systems integrated, it would form a very strong and resilient platform in curbing some of these things. I am wondering, if we have all these systems, why we have not even picked up any intelligence just by the system, giving us red flags on this is a guy. and the sub-chiefs. For me, the sub-chiefs is a build of authority in the cartel. And I don't have data or any fact from any investigation, whatever it is. But reading about these other Ezes, one in Australia who has been jailed for the same Eze approach, one in Thailand who is also under a lot of investigation, committing a lot of crimes, our system should be able to give us some red flags for which we would be informed on which areas we should be looking at. This is my submission, that if we build an integrated strategic approach from the systems and the platforms we currently have, would be able to, move somewhere in the bid of trying to find a good value for the Ghanaian.
All right.
So,
Let me just add something before you go. Please don't let him go. Let him stay. You know, the most important thing in life is to know wrong from right. If you are able to define wrongdoing and right doing, then you'll be able to do the right thing. As we speak now, our leaders do not even think that what the man is doing is wrong. You understand? They see that's normal. They're saying that why are we worried? The man said he has apologized. He said he didn't buy the property, so we should forget it, we should let it go. This is how we've been behaving. Anything that comes up, we sweep it under the carpet. After 3-4 days, then we let it go, and it's eating us. So the systems are not working because we have not built them. They are not systems. It's simple. When a white man comes to Ghana, he built a system for his company. And the company systems are working and effective. But when we as citizens are given power, we don't do that for our country. So you see that private companies in Ghana, they are doing so well, but government businesses are doing bad. All we know is borrowing. We keep borrowing and borrowing and borrowing and borrowing. And when we borrow, what do? We squander it. We don't spend it in building systems, in building institutions, in building factories, in building companies. That is why so far we have so much huge debt, yet we cannot even pay interest on it. If you're a businessman, you don't borrow money to spend, to squander. You don't borrow money to chase women. You don't borrow money to buy cars, luxurious cars, and be driving. How do you pay? This is what we behave. This is how we behave in this country. So we do not understand what is wrong from right. So that is why even this Igbo man, matter doesn't really concern them. It doesn't really concern them. They don't care about it. They are not worried. They are not prepared. They think that we should push it away. That is why our foreign minister is able to come and tell us that we have 500 Nigerians, Ghanaians living in Nigeria, and he was not able to tell us how many Nigerians are living in Ghana.
Okay, Mr. Vrooms, well, can you unmute yourself? Because
I was particularly, I was particularly concerned. Can you hear me, please?
Mr.
Yeah, you're about the systems.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, please?
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
Honorable, I was particularly concerned when I listened to the foreign minister's interaction with the Nigerian representative that came to fact-find what the development in Ghana was. I heard this representative from Nigeria saying she has seen with her own eyes how many ties were burnt by the protesters on the streets of Ghana. And she eloquently cited that. But I was very disappointed that she did not actually acknowledge any of the videos that had gone viral, where the Nigerian Eze was actually with all gross disrespect in utterances that is not expected of any representative of any community or of a nation or a group of people, to disrespect Ghanaians in the tones and language he uses. And she went on and everything was magnifying people protesting and burning ties. Of course, Ghana believes in dialogue. We have had national reconciliation procedures and all of that to bring the country together. It doesn't look like Nigeria is very familiar with using dialogue to address issues. So they want to belittle it. And I was particularly disappointed in our foreign minister that he went straight on to talk about Ghanaians living in Nigeria and did not highlight our national pledge that said that I pledge to defend the good name of Ghana That did not strike him, that Ghana has a good name that must be defended. Number two, our hospitality and its value and what it has earned the country as one of the most peaceful places actually to live in Africa, if not a second or the first 10 in the world. That did not come in. Our cultural values, that we respect authority, so we follow what the authority says. That does not mean that the authority takes us for granted. All the values that gives Ghana the identity of our country and its citizenship, he did not highlight on any of them, but relating the 500,000 people that live in Nigeria to equate the justification of the ISIS misconduct in Ghana. That was very low. I didn't expect that to come from a foreign minister. Number two, he should have told us what he has written to the Nigerian High Commission in Ghana on his emphasis on how he expects Nigerians to conduct their life and businesses in Ghana. That was not highlighted. He did not reference any single letter and steps he expects to have Nigerians conduct their life and business in Ghana. No reference to that. That we should be concerned that there are 500,000 Ghanaians living in Nigeria. That was very disappointing. To the 4 or 5 million Nigerians living in Ghana and how many crimes is reported. He did not highlight any of those crimes that has been reported, so popular in the media, to show that he is concerned that this does not repeat itself in Ghana. No alert of that. And then the people went away. Now the Easy has a photograph with him in his office. What would that photograph be used for? In any case, what right has that Easy guy got to meet our foreign minister? Based on what authority? And after the Minister of Interior has even issued orders, there
are others who want to come.
Yeah, he's the Easy. Wonderful.
Let me add something to what he said. Let me add something to what our brother is talking about. You see, initially when we started this conversation, remember I said I was disappointed in our foreign minister with his attitude. But let me tell you, beggars don't speak the truth. When you're a begging nation from another country that you beg, you pretend to be telling them what they want to hear rather than what you have to tell them the truth, rather than telling them the truth. Look, the foreign minister disappointed almost every Ghanaian with his statement, whether he likes it or not. That the 500,000 Ghanaians living in Nigeria are not behaving the way the Nigerians are behaving in Ghana. If they were behaving in that magnitude, I am sure by this time they would have sacked all of them. That is number one.
Yeah.
Number two, for him to allow Bianca to lie to Ghanaians and to lie to the world that Ghanaians bend tie. I monitored the work from the beginning to the end. Video on all of them, what they were doing. Nobody bent a tie. What she saw, what she lied about Ghana is the foreign minister who has no value, who has no understanding, who didn't even make his investigation right, sat down for the woman to tell him that they bent ties. Who bent the tie? Against the Nigerians. We had a walk. It was a walk, a peaceful walk. Nobody bent one single tie. So where did she get that information from? And you as a foreign minister, you do not have the facts of your country. You have no knowledge of your activities in your country. You just come and stand there and talk anyhow and get away with it. This I'm saying. Let them play diplomacy with their country. We are going to play integrity with our country.
Thank you. Vivian. Mute yourself and ask your question. Mahima Vivian.
Good evening, everyone.
Oh,
good evening.
Yes.
Where are you speaking from, please, if you don't mind asking?
Yeah, my name is speaking from Nigeria.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I have not been into Ghana policy, but you see, this particular trending involving every Ghanaian in the country.
Vivian, can you please speak a bit louder because we can't hear you?
Okay, it's like my network is a bit down.
Oh, okay.
I say I'm speaking from Nigeria.
Is that my tweet?
Yeah. I have not been in a situation like this, but this particular is the Indie Igbo Ghana case has drawn my attention to a certain things. The a kind of opportunity Nigerians have in Ghana, which we Ghanaians living in Nigeria don't have quarter of it. And I can say all these mistakes are from our leaders, some of our leaders, because they embrace foreigners than the indigenous. And if we go on like that in the country, one day they will sell out the country and we become a slave in our own land. So what our father Ayariga is doing, in fact, this is my first time meeting this wonderful man, and I appreciate him so much. He should continue to do the good work and give God our support. Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you, Madam.
Welcome.
Thank you.
What do we have here?
Plotter. Master.
Yes.
Let me
Yes.
thank Vivian
All right. Hold on.
and the encouragement she has given us. This is what we want to hear. People who support the cause of we defending our country. It's not even going to be long if we allow the Nigerians to continue to behave this way. In the next 10 years, we are going to have Ghana Nigerians fighting in Ghana, not outside Ghana. And for what? For properties, for sovereignty, for our rights. Because you see, they are used to violence, misbehavior, crime, scamming. That is their nature. They can change. So it's either we make a decision to let them go or to live with it. Which one do we want? It's a fact. Igbos cannot change that behavior of theirs. They can never change. They are just domineering people. So our leaders must sit up, must just sit up. If not, 2028, if I become your president, then they will see what they don't want to see. Inshallah.
Plotter, you are giving us a feedback.
Yes. Good evening to you all. In fact, I'm really enjoying your conversation.
Okay.
My name is
Mr. Plotter, where
Alicia.
are you speaking from?
Yes, I'm currently in Accra, Shy Hills.
Okay.
Yes. We are surely behind you. So what I have to say is that we are, in support of what our father is doing. In fact, Nigerians are killing our ladies. They are killing secretly. They are murdering our young ladies. Our leaders in this country, especially our political leaders in this country, their only focus is money, how they will live in luxury life. They don't care about we the people of this.
Ebusua, that is full video or half of the video amenyaye for Dr. Hassan Ayariga ebra na oni yenua ohene asante hini ebon komo ewo TikTok no na niam okeka ye ne bi na me twi amene ebe abebobo nkakra. I think say what Ghanaians are saying no enye say obi etan Nigeria for yentan Nigeria for bo money ye omo character any omo trait and most Ghanaians yenenje ho. And that is why Dr. Hassan Ayariga so abeso ya senior yedi ahoɔden ashema e pese yi omo nyina di fi wono ti ade ana se yeboa Dr. Hassan Ayariga se yeboa no papa enti senior wo hu no 9th of August no peace walk no ebeba so peace walk no ebeba so pepe de we atie no enti yen two crowd ya country bia mombra ewo mo numbers na yemfa peace walk no en face en kanchira ban say niam bia ekoso ana say Nigeria for an answer undocumented illegal for no more Ghana no bibiri niyama enye na yeninji ho wari ase de bomodi ase obe subscribe no share se na be ya next time yen start to make ade bi ti say ana say full interview say no na won so wanya bi ahwe de we etie no bye bye for